y'all, what it is, what it do. It's your girl Dazzle by Jazz, and I'm back with another video. And if you like this look, please stay tuned. Here's my beautiful model Bree. Make sure y'all check out her shoe collection at V1WayV on Instagram and buy some shoes, period. So let's get straight into this tutorial. Y'all, I don't know what was going on in this video. Me and Bree be having a lot of energy, so just ignore that. But anyway, we're gonna start off with Nyx Dip Brow in the color Espresso, and using an angle brush. And you're gonna start off from the end of the brow to the beginning. You want to use light strokes, y'all. You don't want to dip all the way into it. Just get a little something on the brush, you know, make sure it's coated real good, and get light strokes. And for the beginning of the brow, do straight up and down strokes to kind of give it that realistic hair look, and brush it out as you go. The more natural the look, the more better. So yes. Okay, so now we're going in with this primer from NYX. I got it as a gift, so I'm not really too sure of the full name, but y'all seen it on the screen. And I'm basically just putting it all around her face. I do like this primer really a lot, y'all. I really did use it a lot when I was using it, because it actually dry out the pores or whatever. Not in a bad way, but you know, so you can set the makeup on there and can give it a smooth finish or whatever. But if you have more of oily skin, of course you're going to use that. If you have more dry skin, you're going to use a hydrating primer. And if you want a hydrating primer, it's a good brand to use. So let's get into these brows. So first we're going to start off by using I think this is the concealer LA Girl. You can get it from your local beauty supply store or Amazon. It's the HD concealer in the color Fun, and I typically start off with a lighter color under the brow. So I do this to give it more of a highlighted look, not the white concealer. I kind of moved away from that, putting that real white concealer under there. That is ill, yucky, whack. No, don't do it, period. So you're gonna do from the middle of the brow to the tail of the brow and blend out, y'all. Make sure you're blending as you go, because this concealer does dry. Anything will dry on your face, and you don't want it to leave any marks, or you don't want to get the best blend because you ended up not letting it, you know, you ended up letting it dry all the way. So I'm going in with Toffee in the beginning of her brow, and I'm kind of dragging it to the Fun, and you know, I'm blending it out as you can see. And I'm going to repeat the same step for the next brow. Alright y'all, so I am going in with Toffee for the top of the brow, and I basically just kind of use my pinky as my wrist, so I can kind of like rest it on their face or my face whenever I'm doing makeup. Just find ways that are comfortable for you. You know, you have to, even though I'm telling y'all what I do, you still have to find stuff that is comfortable for you. So I know typically when I'm doing one side of somebody's brow, it may be easier for me to do the left side than the right side. You know, just find the angles, find the positions that are comfortable for you. But once you get that concealer laid out at the top, make sure you, like I said, you're blending it out. And the brush I'm using, I believe this is a MAC brush. If I'm not mistaken, it is a flat round brush, y'all. This is one of the best brushes you can get. If you don't, also a paintbrush, y'all. I used to actually use a paintbrush for this. And now I'm going in. This is not no special brush. It's, I don't know what you even call this, but I'm basically just blending it out. So make sure y'all get you a good brush for blending. It kind of has like a little round tip. Some people, I think they call it maybe a bluffing brush or a foundation brush, but if not, you can use a nice large concealer brush, and that will work perfectly fine. So I blend it out at the bottom, the top, and the middle, and y'all see this little piece of glitter decided to get stuck on her face and it would not come off. But yeah, make sure y'all careful when y'all use the glitter, because that shit will get everywhere, literally. Okay, y'all, so now I'm going in with her color powder, so like a brown powder or whatever that matches her skin tone. Typically, I use Ruby Kisses. That's in the beauty supply store. Yes, your girl don't be spending all that money on makeup because no, it's not needed sometimes. But this is my go-to powder. I believe this is the color chestnut or honey brown, but it's probably chestnut, 9 to my 10. And I'm just basically going under and over her brows with that to give it a better blend. And then now I'm going in with Anastasia brow gel to keep the brow hairs in place, especially for your thick brow clients, and it just make the brows look more clean. So now we're going in with Juvia's palette, and I basically did the same thing. Or did I wait? Okay, I'm sorry, back up. I guess I had to pause. I went in with concealer first to prime her eyes, and then I went in with Juvia's palette to make that brown my base color first. So I ended up, just blending it out, and that's the blend brush. And like I said, if y'all want more detailed video, y'all have to comment. Y'all have to let me know what y'all are looking for. I'm new to this, and I'm really trying. So yes, and I'm going in with a darker brown on the outside and kind of blending that out on the outside with that same blend brush as well. And y'all, it's okay to use little product at a time because you can always build over the color. So take a little brown, put it on there. Take a little bit more brown, put it on there a little bit more. Take a little bit more brown, put it down a little bit more. You know what I'm trying to say? Or whatever. Do it like that to build your product. Now we're about to make a nice little cut crease, and I'm using that same concealer I used under her brow, but I believe this is fun, and I'm basically just making me a C. I always tell my clients to look at me even when you're doing your own makeup, y'all. And like I said, this is more for if you're trying to do somebody else's makeup. This might be help you if you're doing yours. So I am going to start posting tutorials of me doing my makeup to give y'all a better understanding when you're doing it on yourself. But I always tell my clients to look at me to see where their natural C is. Now you're going to learn. Some people don't have a cut crease, so you have to make one. Some people have what is it called? Hooded eyes. So some stuff you can't even see. So y'all just make sure your client looks right, you look right with it. All looks can be done on most people, but some have to be did a little bit differently depending on how the eyes made. So once you get that cut crease, fill it in. I'm also taking another brush to kind of blend that in with the brown just to get a smooth base. Like I said, this is another primer, so whatever color I put on her eyelid shows. So if you're wondering why your eyeshadow is not showing up, that's because you ain't got no base on there. You gotta give it something to stick to, y'all. I swear, devil's always busy, y'all. I can't even tell y'all what happened and why I already got eyeshadow up there. But just know this is from Juvia's palette. One of them 3 palettes that they had on sale together or whatever. This is one of them light colors. If you don't have that palette, it's okay, y'all. Take a beige, whitish color, and you're basically using that on that eyelid. I sound crazy. Anyway, y'all, I am taking this brush. This is also from MAC. I don't know why I didn't show y'all. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am trying my best. I am trying my best, y'all. But anyways, so yes. Alright, y'all, so I'm going in with that same flat brush that I used on the brows. I wiped it off or whatever, and I'm making that cut crease a little bit more precise. So dip it in the eyeshadow and just go retrace over that line that you drew with the concealer. So that's why it's important to make sure you prime the eye and base it so the eyeshadow can get something to stick to. A lot of times we go ahead and just put eyeshadow on and wonder why our cut crease is not as sharp as it can. Y'all, that concealer is what's going to do it. And a lot of times this is not a concealer that I normally use. I will use a white concealer for this part, but I didn't have it on me. And that concealer is by NYX. I don't remember it's beige. That's the name of the concealer. And you can find it in your local beauty supply store. You got to get you that thick concealer that's going to really do it for you. So now I'm taking that dark brown that I used in the Juvia's palette, and I'm kind of, reblending it up at the top to kind of touch it up. Being careful not to mess up the cut crease. Girl, wake up. Y'all see Bree going to sleep, and she thought that was okay. She thought that was so funny. Talking about, I'm so sleepy, girl. I'm so tired. Get your ass up. Y'all know y'all clients be doing like weird stuff when I'm doing their nails. They want to get on their phone, and they want to text. Girl, put your hand up here. Just like when I'm doing your makeup, girl, hold your head back. But anyway, y'all, I'm taking that brow, and I'm kind of blending it from the beige color to where the brown meets, just to make sure it kind of blends better, so give it a nice wavy transition. So I'm kind of like dabbling in the middle, as you can see. So I'm going back in one more time just to get that cut crease really cut. Not too much, y'all, because this is supposed to be a natural beat, but you know, enough where you can see it, period. Like I said, depending on the concealer you use and your brush you're using, that depends on how good that cut crease is going to be. And I'm not going to lie, depending on the eyelids, some people are better than others. So some people got that perfect eye for a cut crease, some people don't. But that's where you come in as a makeup artist, to be able to explain certain stuff to your clients, and your clients are understandable for what looks can go for what. Not saying everybody can. Yeah, I don't think everybody can do everything, and that's just because people's faces are shaped different, you know. So now we're going in with this eyeliner. It's not a special eyeliner, y'all. It's from NK Beauty Supply Store brand, and I'm basically starting from the center of the eye, well, the inner eye to the outer eye. Making me a little wing or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, my eyeliner is not that perfect in this tutorial. Sometimes I try to do it a little bit better than, you know, sometimes I do it better than other times. It's really hit or miss with me, and depending on what eyeliner I'm using. I haven't met a favorite yet, but as long as it's matte, it dries. Matte, we good. We don't want no glossy eyelids. So yes. So if you don't know, now you know, baby. These are from the exclusive Dazzling Dynasty collection by me, yours truly, the CEO, Dazzle by Jazz, also known as Jazz or Jasmine. They don't have a name yet, but this will be up on my site, and my site will be launching very, very soon, y'all. I mean, soon as in February, because it's already almost up. Baby, I got my second LLC, so that name is secure, step in place. Y'all already know what the hell is going on. Alright, y'all, so I'm going in with this NK black eyeliner, and I'm going in under her waterline just to give it more of a darker look. Now, let me tell y'all a trick. So if your eyeliner doesn't show up, you can always use black eyeshadow. Be careful because the particles can get in your eye. But yes, and we were making a TikTok, so if you haven't followed me on TikTok, make sure you do that. Period. At Dazzle by Jazz. Everything Dazzle by Jazz for the most part. Alright, so we get into this full face. I'll be using Maybelline's Fit Me. I believe this is matte. This is in the color 365 Coconut. And we'll be using that on her face. And I'm using this blending brush. Now, I got these brushes from Amazon, I believe. I kind of just look at the reviews and kind of see what has the best quality, who has the best reviews. And yeah, so I'm taking this foundation brush and I'm just blending her out. Now, I thought this color was a little too dark at first, but it's an oxidizing color. So that means it oxidizes on the skin, meaning it blends. It ends up like blending to your normal skin color, if that makes sense. But don't go get the dark color or the lightest color thinking it's just going to adjust. No, it has to be the nearest color. And for the most part, foundation that oxidizes are the best, and I believe Fenty is one too. My personal foundation that I use on myself is Fenty, and I highly recommend that, y'all. So yes, make sure you're blending it out, getting that neck, because if your neck and your face two different colors, baby, how you gonna even convince somebody that, I don't even know. Y'all know what I'm trying to get at. So y'all, don't even click out the video, be like, she ain't show us the concealer, I just showed y'all. So basically, I go in and make triangles under the eye. And I went in with 2 types of concealer because Bree's skin tone was confusing me a little bit in this video. So I just kind of took the 2 nearest colors and I blended them together. And y'all, you can also use this method on yourself or anybody else. A lot of times when it's winter and summer, our skin, you know, changes color, so we have to adjust with the makeup. So sometimes you have to blend 2 colors together, sometimes you have to move up a foundation, sometimes you have to move down the foundation, depending what season it is and if your skin, you know, has gotten a tan or whatever. Now I'm going in with this brush from Real Techniques, and y'all, that's another good brand. Inexpensive to start off with. Ulta has it, Walmart has it, Target has it. Y'all, please don't beat me up. I really don't know what happened. We probably was making the TikTok and the camera probably went off. I have to go in my camera and see if this clip is in there. But all I did was just blend out the concealers y'all seen, and I took a darker powder and I went on the side of her face. Oh, I ain't do that yet. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, so I'm blending her out. I'm got nervous. I'm like, what the freak happened to the video? I guess it just cut off, and I probably realized it after we was you know, editing. I mean, you know, the TikTok. So I'm taking this powder by Ben Nye. This is my go-to powder. No, this is not by Ben Nye. This is by whoever y'all just seen on there. My favorite brand is Ben Nye, but this is the second favorite that I use. I can't remember the name right now, but y'all just seen it. And I'm basically using this brush and kind of tapping it on every spot that I highlighted on her face. I'm still trying to remember the name. I can't remember it, but y'all just see it on the screen. Okay, love, so for the ones who don't know what setting powder is used for, you need to invest in you some. It's so when you go out, you know, that concealer doesn't get all runny and stuff and creases under your eye. It prevents that, and also it prevents that nasty flashback where you're taking pictures. Now, some setting powders will give you a flashback if it's horrible and it's not good, so make sure y'all invest in a good setting powder. A translucent powder is also basically a white powder that kind of turns clear, but I prefer banana, and it's one more color I can't really think of. I think it's topaz. So now I'm going in with this Ruby Kisses pressed powder in the color Cognac, and I'm basically going on the side of her cheekbones and, you know, defining that to make her face look more defined. And the brush I'm using is just a little smaller blending brush, powder brush, or whatever you want to call it, that'll fit in the side of her cheeks or whatever. Now I'm taking a smaller brush to go down the bridge of her nose on the sides to get a good contour. Okay, so this next part is what's gonna help you not get that bad flashback as well. So I'm taking her color powder just a little bit, and I mean just a little bit, y'all, just a little sprinkle, a little Tinkerbell sprinkle, and I'm literally just going back over that satin powder, trying to wipe it off and also blending it in at the same time. Yeah, period. I don't know what Bree was doing this whole video, y'all, but she was feeling herself. Now I'm going in with that same brown we used on the outer corners of her eye, and I'm using it at the bottom just to smoke it out a little bit more, give it a little bit more pizzazz. Yeah, period. Alright, y'all, so I'm using that same brown that I went up under her eye with. I'm sorry, the outer part of her eye. And I'm going under her eye just to give it a little bit more smoky look, you know, give it a little more pizzazz. So y'all know we gotta go in with the trophy wipe, baby. Look how they look on my hand. Fenty Beauty, period. Get you some. And that's on that. So y'all see we was making a TikTok. So that's why this video is probably choppy, because I was doing 2 things at once. 3 actually, because I was doing makeup. Watching this camera and watching my TikTok camera. So yes, I basically highlight the cheek, her upper cheekbone, so a little bit higher than the blush, where the blush is going to be put. And I put it on the bridge of her nose and the tip of her nose. And then y'all gonna go see me add some at her cupid's bow, which is the top of the lip. And I mixed 2 blushes together. I typically like using like a peach pink tone when using on our chocolate women and us, because I just feel like it looks better. It doesn't give us that like we just put a whole bunch of red on our face, so it gives us that neutral blush look. So now I'm just using a mascara and just getting them bottom eyelashes some darkness to them so they can be seen when you're blinking, boo. And it's no particular mascara I am interested in. So yes, this is just what I'm using. It's probably for the Beauty Supply Store 9 to 9 to 10. Yeah, I need to go invest and use some Beauty Supply Store makeup, period. Or what y'all say, drugstore makeup.
I would like to get to know if you could be what kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me.
Alright, let's get into this lip boo. So this is the lip pencil I use, and I also use this for a brow pencil, y'all, when I don't have dip brow, and that was in the color coffee, and I'm just outlining the bottom of her lip. Now if you're a little iffy with this, you can always go back in with concealer and clean it up. I don't think I did that. If I did, it was off camera. And y'all also, I don't think y'all are going to see me actually apply the lipstick, but I did apply it on the TikTok, so make sure y'all go check my TikTok out. And also, y'all, make sure y'all are liking, subscribing, turning y'all post notifications on for this video, you know, and just kind of get me out there a little bit more. You know, the more people, the more better I can get. The more opinions y'all put in the comments, I can, you know, update my videos with stuff that y'all suggest. And it'll get me more active. You know, the more viewers you get, the more active. So we're going in with MAC, and I think that's in the color beige as well. And y'all, normally I use my friend brand of lip gloss, and that is Tease. If y'all don't have Tease, y'all need to get y'all some. I ran out, but that's the normal nude I normally use. But yes, get into it.